Greetings and welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents The Skeletons by Jason Morningstar, a GMless game brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, you are boned! And I'm taking this off, because no.
Good, because now we'll be able to hear you.
This is a GMless adventure that Ty is going to be walking us through. So, Ty, why don't you start us off?
Sure. This is a GMless game called The Skeletons. It is described as a meditative, structured, freeform game. So I will read the opening kind of prompts, and then we will go around, introduce what playbook you are using, and what you are contributing to your map. So there's going to be a map element, kind of similar to the Quiet Year, for those of you familiar, that we will all be working on. So here is the just kind of prompt for the game itself. Years fly by like dead leaves. Everything is darkness. Everything is silence. You stand vigilant before the sarcophagus without thought or breath. Such is your compulsion. You don't remember your name, and still you watch. The flesh has fallen off your bones, and still you watch. And then one day, there's a light and motion, and you weigh your bearded axe and raise your shield, lusting for the fray, eager to measure your skill against these tomb-robbing children so full of blood. You'll never be alive again, but in this moment, in the chaos between violation and destruction, you truly live, and you remember what you once were, and you taste the sun. So we'll go around, introduce our skeletons, and our prompt for what we are going to add to our tomb. I am playing the Tattered Cloak, so I have a fairly normal-looking skeleton. I have scraps of once red cloth that strap my bones, and I carry a battle-scarred sword that I've drawn on the lovely overlay that Bri has created. So answer this question as you create your map together. Who is interred in the 7 niches on the southern wall? Note your answer on the map. On the southernmost wall, there are 7 crystalline tubes that are filled with a red liquid. And there are 7 bodies interred within that they seem preserved. They still have flesh, wearing a variety of different clothes, some wearing armor, some in robes. But they all still have their skin and are interred in this red liquid, and they are called the Sanguine Disciples.
That's so freaking cool.
That's me. I'll throw it to Dave.
That's me. I am Dave. I am the horror, which is like a horrible little skeleton abomination that was created for some purpose that we shall discover as time goes on. And my thing that I have to draw on the map is what subtle things in this place speak to a purpose far, far beyond honoring the noble dead. Note your answer on the map. And I want to say that there is some sort of let's see, maybe like an altar in front of these 7 things that seemingly these 7, the 7 things that you said are on the wall. Yeah. I want to say there's an altar in front of them that it's almost like these 7 figures are like designed for a specific purpose. That we don't necessarily know as skeletons, but they answer to a higher calling, and that's why they've I guess potentially decided to put themselves in these tubes.
Okay. So your thing is drawing an altar.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna put it right in front.
Okay.
I will toss it over to Maria.
It's me. I'm playing Big Head. A small body, big head. A narrow band of tarnished silver circles my bulbous skull. Around my neck hangs an amulet bearing a strange symbol of forgotten meaning. Answering this question for the map, what offerings were left to assist in the journey to the next world? How interesting that you have an altar here. So I think... Let's see. I think that they were... There's a bunch of bottles of strange liquids, and most of them are filled with liquids, but there's some that are filled with small stones that are laid in front of each column. So one of them might have a handful of various colored liquids, The next one might have like just stones. One of them might have just some powdered substance, but there's just like a handful of bottles. There's 7 bottles in front of each of these 7 cylinders. So each one has 7. So there's like a bunch of just glass bottles in front of these glass like cylinders.
Okay.
Oh, dang, I gotta
Draw
all
7.
those.
Draw 49 bottles.
I'm not gonna do that. I realized what I said.
It's the 7th bottle of the 7th bottle.
Yeah.
Who are you tossing it to?
I'm gonna toss it to Tom.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tom. And I am
You're
playing...
not. You're a skeleton.
Oh, I'm Skeleton.
Skeleton.
I hate
And
it.
I wore my costume on the inside this time.
Oh, look at you go.
I am the crawler, bent in life, bent in death. You cannot stand upright. You scuttle and crouch like a beast. You carry a much nicked knife and wear the remains of an elegant fur-trimmed jacket. And my contribute is so it's that first thing. Answer this as you create the man.
Correct.
Yeah.
So mine says, what does the intricate mosaic that covers the floor depict? Note your answer on the map. So the mosaic made out of various colored tiles and everything on the floor, which is the definition of a mosaic, in case anybody wondered if I was stalling to think of a better idea. It shows a person, we won't draw all this, completely nude, having blood dumped over their body as skeleton holds like a vat of blood dumping it over their body.
I dig that. Have fun drawing some version of that.
I'll just kind of draw a carpet as to not take up our whole floor. But I'll make it like mostly see-through. And I will pass it to Jason as I do this.
Thanks.
Can I do like that?
Jason, I am playing the Headless. Unfortunately, I couldn't do a costume because I need a head.
I need
Ooh.
this.
I don't think so.
So my skull is long gone, but it doesn't matter. I carry an iron mace and a holy symbol. And the scene, and it's what scene is depicted in the fresco that covers the eastern wall. And as I am not art literate, I had to look up what that is, and it's like a watercoloring
It's very
type of
pretty.
painting.
Nice.
So it shall be of a war between humans and what look like undead people.
Oh. Oh my.
And that's going to be such a... It's going
Go
to be
ahead.
real terribly drawn.
Good.
You're gonna do a real good job.
And that I believe is our.
This is
Very
exactly
good.
how I was
Perfect.
envisioning it. This is perfect.
Look how he's sitting down.
He's like, yeah.
Like he's
For
getting
the record-
Nickelodeon slime.
Pretty much. And for the record, feel free to draw over this because it's a mosaic on the floor. So I made it as like as minimal as gray and like transparent as I could.
Okay.
Didn't know where else to draw it.
So another thing that is important. We are doing this cooperatively. Our skeletons can talk. We can also communicate via telepathy.
Oh.
It's an ability our skeletons have, so we can
Hell
always.
yeah.
Which is the only way the Headless...
Correct. Yeah.
Do we have brains?
We can think.
Oh.
I didn't realize that everybody was
Oh.
reading their description
Yeah.
of their skeleton.
Yeah, Dave.
I just kind of mentioned that. So here's what my actual description is. It says, you are assembled or summoned or imagined by an unstable mind and made real. You carry no weapon. You are a weapon, but you were adorned with jewelry. And that's why I am a skeleton bird boy covered in a crown and like all this other jewelry. And I'm pretty sure I was
Jewelry.
a joke for somebody.
Why do you have those shackles, bird boy?
I do have shackles for some reason, don't I?
Okay. So we are gonna start. This is chapter. There are 3 chapters in this game. Each chapter is only 2 things until the last chapter, which is 3. Yes. So we are in chapter 1, the Unsealed Tomb. Intruders. We will choose an intruder. I rolled for it already. We're going to be rolling for it and follow the instructions. Actually, you guys won't need to roll. Well, someone will. That's fine. When two have been checked off and dealt with, go to the time of dust. Okay. And I rolled for a spirit of place disturbed by the newly built tomb. How do you drive away such an ancient and immaterial presence? Everyone can answer one question if they wish. I think this looks like it is. This is the first time we have all woken up together, and it is a massive ghost that doesn't look like we just watched Casper, like when he blew himself up, like a huge top half that tapers off into nothing, with fiery eyes. Approaches. And my tattered cloak will swing his sword, pass right through it, and then shrug and look to you all.
I think my horrible bird creature would just be like, "Ah!" and then just like jump at it and start swiping through it, but it's just, it just claws at the air, and then it just kind of like.
Anyone else got anything here, team?
I have a weapon!
I know, buddy, I know.
I think the big head will like look at it and then like do this like motion and like and nothing happens because they're just a skeleton. Nothing happens. This was supposed to work. He's just kind of like smacking the thing on their forehead.
I'm just going to like jump and then point the holy symbol at it.
How does Tom? How do you contribute? Or are you going to contribute this time?
I'm just gonna. If Big Head would like to ride me to get a better look, because I'm on all fours, I can't really get up high enough to do anything about it. Floating above me, so I'm off.
Big Head is like, for reference, Big Head is probably about 3.5 feet tall.
Right. Yeah,
with
that
like
works.
a head almost
like
the same.
Okay.
Other than that, I got no ideas, buddy.
Big Head, do you acquiesce? Do you jump on top of the crawler?
I'll get on. Sure, why not? Especially if you just kind of like you horse your way over and you just kind of like scoop underneath. Big Head will be like, whoa!
Try and push it out of the room.
I think the ghost, the immaterial spirit, ignores this display from Big Head and Crawler, but looks at the headless's symbol and goes, "Ah, dang, you got me there," and then just dissipates.
Oh, dang it! Oh, dip.
Good job, buddy.
I'm gonna give a giant middle finger as it runs away.
Hey, you did it!
He who speaks without speaking.
And then he flexes.
Don't let it go to your head, buddy.
He has no head.
Take a fist.
I like smack the top of your tap the top of your skull and say, "Is that supposed to be a joke?"
No. It's a warning. Don't let it go to your head.
Right.
Listen, my head is very big. A lot of things go in there.
And time passes for the first time. I'm going to choose a month passes. So everyone close your eyes and sit in silence and absorb the sound and the smell of your candles for 20 seconds. I will count us down from 3 and we will say the prompt that is in the chat.
Okay.
I'll count us down 3, 2, 1, say it. So ready? Close your eyes. Arise and protect the Excellent. As beautiful as I had imagined.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
yeah,
Still
it's in
workshopping
silence.
my voice, so viewers beware.
Who wants to go next?
I'll do
Jason
it.
forgot to
right.
unmute.
It
doesn't count. We gotta do it again.
Roll a d6,
A
and I
D6?
will. Yep.
Get
Actually,
it.
I'll just send it to you. It's easier. That
I
way.
got a 1. What do you mean send it?
1. Okay, so your prompt is prompt 1. Oh, I have to do something. Wait, before you do that, I have to choose something from the glory fades or God's laugh table. So that's something you will choose after every encounter. I am going to do, and this is, you can only be picked once, so we'll mark it off and try to remember. Okay, I'm going to choose something the skeletons are protecting is lost, stolen, or simply missing. What is it? I think after we like celebrate the victor, we turn on and one of the glass chambers is shattered and the body is just gone.
Oh no!
Oh no!
We had one job.
We had exactly one job.
I think percentage-wise, we're still okay.
I don't know what a percentage is.
I think
and
Big Head would go into a very detailed description of what like advanced mathematics is.
Calculus.
Yeah.
And then the horror would just go.
So I drew a
Doesn't
shatter
say
on the
anything.
last. I drew the shatter on the last to indicate that one is gone.
Oh
missing.
God!
Is the blood still there?
No, it's drained. It's on a puddle on the floor.
Oh God!
All right, now it's
I
Dave.
don't
scuttle
know if it's in
over
a
really
mess.
quick.
Wait,
a
hold on.
second.
Sorry. 2 things. Yes.
Oh, I scuttle over to it on all fours as I do it. I start to try and lick it up, but since I have no way to do that, I just kind of I get some all over the tattered cloak I'm wearing. I will fix it.
So as time has just passed, you must each answer a question. Whether you do that publicly or to yourself, it can be whatever. But do answer one of your questions.
So I'll answer it out loud, but it's not going to be in-game knowledge.
Okay.
But I want the characters to know. So my question is, who here among the skeletons most feared you in life? And that was the horror, because I made you.
Oh no!
Oh.
What a twist!
Well, that
Right.
answers my question. Who or what brought you into this world? The Big Head.
It's
Do you-
me.
Do you remember that though? Because these are our memories we're getting back. Do you remember that at the same time Big Head does, or you can answer a different question?
I'm gonna probably answer a different question. What
Okay.
by name did you earn in life that describes the fear your existence evoked? I want to say I got out once and became an urban legend in some town or something like that. So I literally earned the name the horror that lurks in the woods.
Nice.
And they wrote children's fairy tales about me, but then the Big Head found me and brought me back.
Found you.
Found you.
My question is, who here among the skeletons richly deserves this fate and why? I'm going to answer the horror because I'm pretty sure it was made for this very reason.
Yikes.
Can I answer a question?
Yeah.
Hate
May
it.
I answer a question? Why did you spend your life on all fours, loping like an animal? Well, you see, I had to spend almost my entire life creating this wonderful mosaic on the floor of this And that's also why my knife is all nicked up and everything.
How terrible!
I am the mosaic creator and I love my work.
It's like you were the last person to make something for this tomb, and then they just buried you inside of it.
Yeah, they sealed it while I
No!
was finishing up for the day.
Or you died right as you finished, and they figured, why not? One more.
Why not? Throw them in there.
Okay, so grave rats. How do you drive away such small, agile creatures? And I'm trying to read it. And prevent their return. Everyone can answer one question. If they wish, choose one. Choose once on either the glory fades or God's laugh table. Oh, okay. So we answer the question about the rats, and then
The rats first. Yeah, what our
and then
characters do.
I want to say a bunch of rats start to sneak in through a little crack that, like, we're all just kind of hanging out, and then all of a sudden we hear, like, look over to the door, and, like, we're all just kind of staring at the door as there's, like, this little rock that's kind of chipping away at the corner of the door, and then all of a sudden the rock kind of, like, explodes out, and then just a bunch of rats get in. And the horror just has a field day, just like going to every single one of the rats, clawing them, throwing them into the air, and just like.
I think the Big Head is gonna, like, there's this horror, like, rah, and then, like, if you imagine it, the horror goes off screen, and then the Big Head is just kind of, like, walking behind, picking up corpses and putting them into their hands and saving them, putting them over in another pile full of more corpses, to do with what? Who knows?
Tattered Cloak is like running around trying to like bash the ground with his sword, which is why it's like nicked up so bad. Mine is also like a badly damaged sword, so it's just smacking the sword. And then occasionally the mosaic gets chipped a little bit. Yeah.
No, you,
Yeah.
oh, you fool. How are people going to know what I've done, Michael?
I'm sorry, bud.
Please mind the mosaic. It is
I'll-
more important than you are.
I'll squat down and start trying to like bash him with just the blunt
No,
end.
I'm not good.
It's just as bad.
It's the same. It's no different.
The headless is gonna follow the tattered cloak, and anytime he decapitates one, he's gonna try to put it where his head should be.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
sad. Now you made it. Why'd you make this sad? Why'd you have to go make this sad, Jason?
Now he
Gee.
has pathos.
A payphone.
No, no.
Now he has a payphone.
Did you go?
I was following you around.
Okay, yeah, all right,
Very
that's
angry
right.
about you bashing up my floor.
And then Dave, you finish it off.
With the glory fades or God's laugh, or
Yeah, I mean, you could say like you're supposed to like determine how if we finished it and how we finished it, but I think we did.
I want to say we bashed all the rats, but now we have a bunch of rats that we
Now we
like.
have a bunch. Listen,
wanna
I
say
just
we
have
actually
a bunch
bring
of. I just have a bunch of experiments to do now, don't I? And I'm just like smushing the rats in like the leftover red juice on the ground, like patting them and like soaking up all that red goo that came out of the glass case, soaking it up in dead rats.
I want to say we now, as a ending to this whole rat debacle, is that we now use rats for everything. Like,
Everything.
Whenever
Absolutely
we need
everything.
a tool or anything that needs to get done, somehow we've managed to make rats do it. Like, I
Listen,
need a
you can do rat
wrench.
tails.
Rat nunchucks.
Go on, list 4 more.
Rat rags that we could use
Rat
to mop up the
rags.
floor, and we could use it to dust off the crypt a little bit. Just rat blankets, rat pillows. Everything is rats now.
Rats all the way down and around.
And then choose on the table.
I want to say something from a skeleton's past for God's laugh.
Okay.
Something from a skeleton's past has been accidentally revealed. What was it and why was it hidden? Note this on the map. I want to say I don't know how broad I can make it, but I guess I'll make it about. Let's see. Something from a skeleton's past was accidentally revealed. I think it was revealed that the big head was like we found a journal entry or something like that from from somewhere. We're not entirely too sure what, but it looks like the big head was not like they were kind of a joke in life. Like they did all these weird experiments and everyone thought they were kooky because of it. Like nobody thought they were a genius for the things they did. Like
But I made you.
yeah. Well, I'm not. I'm horrible.
But effective.
Yeah, but like it's almost like the big head was tricked into becoming one of these things only because most people didn't like them in life.
How terribly
Awesome.
tragic.
Draw that journal on the map.
Yeah, you know what? It was found. The rats, when they broke in, they like broke part of the wall, and it was hidden in a wall somewhere.
Ooh.
And then the last thing you choose, Dave, is how much time passes. You can't choose the month because that's what I did, but you can choose anything else on that list I sent you.
I feel like a year would go by.
Okay.
Like maybe just time passes, and the rats were the most exciting thing. We have fun with the rats for a while.
Okay.
But yeah, it says turn off the lights and sit in silence for 40 seconds. Then say, well, you know what to say.
Say the
Twice
thing.
as long.
And we
Say the
say
line.
A new
words.
encounter.
All right, close your eyes and mute yourself if you're Tom. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Arise and protect the tomb! Flawless.
So now we
Amazing.
answer a question about ourselves, right?
Yes, we time passed, so answer a
Perfect.
question on your list.
Headless, did
remember
you
my
answer
name.
one last time?
What?
The headless, did you answer one last time?
No, I had to get up for a second, but
Oh, okay,
Oh.
yeah,
You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer out loud if
Yeah.
you want to like.
You can write something down.
oh no,
Secret you can.
I was gonna answer it out loud.
I remember my name.
Yay!
The ghost that I scared away was the one that cut off my head.
Oh.
The redemption, you're full arc.
Amazing.
You did it already. My name is Vincent Van Bones. I remember now.
Wow, how ironic.
Yeah, are we all gonna have punny skeleton names?
Hell no.
Because Bone Joby was my other. John Bone
Damn it.
Joby. But I already did Joby Bon last.
I'm gonna go with what connection do you have with those you've just killed or driven away, and what memory did they evoke? After a year of sleeping in silence, I remembered that some of those rats were parts of me are parts of that rat's family. There was some sort of kindred spirit there that like I remembered while I was sleeping, that like only parts of me remembered being a pack with those rats. So not all of me. I'm still a mishmash of a whole bunch of horrible different abominations, but like part of me was rats and part of me remembers that family.
Amazing.
Mine is going to add in who claimed my head and why. And it was that dick of a ghost. But when we were alive, it was because we were opposing religions, and his religious sect decapitated me for heresy.
Oh.
Or like
Bone
headlessly.
reason.
I'm gonna go with mine of who did you once love? And there are suggested things, by the way, on each of your character sheets below that you can use. I'm gonna say I was in love with Clond, who is one of the 7 sanguine disciples interred here. So I just kind of go up to the glass thing, just kind of rest my head against it.
Aw.
I put a rat on your shoulder.
Thanks. It's just as good.
Dave, can you tell me what you were called, the horror of what?
Oh, I was just called the Horror of the Woods.
Horror of the Woods. Okay. Cool. The question I'm going to answer is, what by name did you earn in life that describes your greatest accomplishment? And I think the name, kind of like a nickname at least, that the big head got was... It is a by name that I need to remember the actual word. It's here, and I will remember it.
Who wants to go next? Or Dave, you want to toss it to someone?
Oh, well, who would like to go next? With
I can go next.
The big thing.
Roll those bones!
I just put a rat. I hand you a rat.
Oh,
That's how we
okay.
pass it.
Rolling the bones. I got a 4.
A 4. That would be... We did math.
Wait, do we go to the time of dust because 2 invaders happened?
Oh, it did. Oh, yeah, you're right.
What is that?
That's correct.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, no,
what it
time.
means.
No, that's where we are. Time
does
of
that
Dust
mean?
just means that's where we are now. We're on the Time of Dust table. Which is chapter... We are now on chapter 2. So that's what Tom just rolled, a 1.
No, I rolled a 4.
A 4, which would be 1 because we're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because there's only 3 choices! We don't have
I remembered
D3s.
what it was. It was called the Weaver of Death, because the thing I created, aka the horror, was my greatest accomplishment, and boy howdy did you just not do great.
I'm drawing a bunch of rats all over the...
Oh, I drew 1 dead rat in the corner.
Oh.
Tom, I sent it to you.
Okay. A family seeking shelter enters the tomb.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh,
Are they
terrible.
refugees? Are they monsters? Everyone answers 1 question if they wish. If someone slays... Or should I read that next part?
Yeah, you should.
Okay. If someone slays the matriarch, they can answer 2. Choose ones on either the glory fades or God laughs.
That's
table.
after. Yeah, it's the very end, and that's in the Discord, the group chat.
Okay.
So what happens? What are they like?
Well, a family of like 4 come into the... They hobble in. They're wet and cold from outside, and they don't see us at first because their eyes are adjusting to the dark. But they look like just kind of people. Like, they don't look dangerous or anything. They have farm equipment and stuff, like, you know, just rags and peasant rags and stuff. And that's the end of my answer, but everybody else can add something, it sounds like.
I want to go last because I might do something terrible considering I am a weapon.
I'm gonna lean against the grave wall. What are you doing here? What's going on?
Oh!
I'm going to point the holy symbol at them again and then raise my mace. Like,
I'm gonna go over to the horror and whisper to the horror, devour them.
I like
Right.
do this really creepy thing where I'm running on the floor, but then I crawl up the side of the walls and up to the ceiling, and then just pounce on them.
Do you guys come here often? Or, oh God!
Oh,
I demand blood!
no. What if we pour blood on them like my mosaics?
The big head's just standing there watching.
I was gonna ask if the big head had a leash for me. I do have shackles, so I'm assuming at some point you did make one.
At one point, probably. This is not my home.
But yeah, I wanna attack them. I don't know if they get away with it or not, or if it scares them away. But I would go out claws blazing.
I don't know.
Tom, it's your encounter.
You get to
point at
decide.
them,
I
and
keep
then point
deciding.
at his missing
No,
skull.
you get to decide what happens.
You want his skull?
I want to say that the father figure tries to defend the rest of his family, so he starts to fight off the horror, but he's not very successful. And then the other two run out of the cave. So the matriarch does not die.
I stand up and I look over at the headless and I just have the guy's head in my hand. Ah!
Oh my god.
And he's just gonna give a thumbs up.
For you?
I'll run over and take it.
No, wrong idea. See, look. I turn it upside down and I put a dead rat in it. Rat holder.
It is a good rat holder.
I'm still just going to take it.
Oh.
I do want to note that it was a father, a mother, and a small boy. And I want to say that boy's going to grow up and hate us.
Good.
All right, so I'm going to draw blood all over the dad, I guess.
And then, Tom, you get to choose from the Glory Fades or God's Laugh table.
I'm gonna start decorating the tomb, my specific little bed with like the body parts. Pillow. It's just like the guy's ass.
Did you find it, Tom?
Yeah.
I'm like using the guy's hand, and I'm taking rings off of my finger and putting them on that hand. Oh.
So can a skeleton lose some bones permanently?
Yes.
Okay, I want to say in that scuffle, the horror actually lost one of its arms.
Ah!
Ray can put it back. Ray can fix it.
No. Says here again.
Well, Big Head is gonna try. It's
We should
Yeah.
get me an actual
Replace
meat
it.
arm from the guy.
Yeah.
God.
Like one meat
It's
arm.
mismatched and terrible.
You can't use it at all. It's just literally like affixed to you and just like
Fairly
flops around.
David does say you should note that on your character sheet, is the end of that description that Tom said.
I hope you're all enjoying me holding the head, like, kind of where it should be.
Oh, jeez.
I can affix that to you. He's gonna take a bunch of rat tails that they've cut off of the rats and tie them all together and then just tie it around your head. You're around your neck, rather, I should say. Like, loop it around. It's not good, but it kind of stays up there if you don't jiggle around too much.
It's so horrible.
Horrible.
Then Tom, you have to decide how much time passes. For some of these like really long ones, I know it's like Jason's on a time crunch, so we probably don't have to do like the full 6 minutes for like a millennium or 4 minutes for a millennium.
Jesus.
But like,
Jeez.
but we'll still do a short one. Arise and protect the tomb's council guard.
I
Oh,
did
man.
forget
So
what it
good.
was.
Me too. I had to scroll up because
Well, what's great with you, Dave, is you can just literally scream and it's fine. It works.
I want to go. There's a rat in my mouth. I guess I've started using them as like nappies.
Who wants to go next?
Well, I have a question that I want to answer.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that first. My bad.
Oh yes.
Cool.
Questions.
Oh god. What connection do you have to those you've just killed or driven away? What memory did they evoke? The gentleman who was just murdered by my horror creature That one.
He's a decrepit skeleton now.
Yeah, that one from 10 years ago. I think was one of the last one of the group that actually like got the big head, whomever they are, stuck in this situation. Because I don't think the big head is very old. They just happen to be a skeleton now. And so that's revenge time.
Now it says, what thing in this place came into being alongside you? Choose from those already introduced if you are able. Note your answer on the map. That doesn't mean another player, right? That means like anything that we put on the map?
Yeah, anything.
Ooh. I want to say...
The rats!
The rats! No. I want to say... I was built... basically at the same time that the things in the tubes were being created, and we figured this out because there's like a weird tube it was covered by so much debris and dust that we thought it was just part of the wall, but then I guess something happened in the past decade that like removed some of the debris from it, so it says a name, but it's a little bit too scratched out to make out. But it says, what does it say? I like S. It says SH, but then you can't read the rest.
Nice.
And I'll put that over here.
I just had a terrible thought, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Okay.
And it's broken. As if I didn't come out of it when I should have.
I have a question about these things that are in these cylinders. Are they skeletal as well, or
no? They're. I describe them as like human looking.
They still have flesh.
Yeah, they still have flesh. They don't look
even
like
after all this time.
Yeah.
They
have not aged today. They look the exact same as when we started.
Amazing.
I'm going to go with what area within this place are you forbidden to set foot in? Choose from those already introduced if you're able and noted on the map. I'm going to say I can't go near the altar, but I don't know why. Like, I try to approach and I stop. There's some reason the Tattered Cloak cannot approach the altar. You can go around it, just cannot get within like 3 feet of it, I would say.
Interesting.
How terrifying.
What thing in this place do I hate and revile? I hate that fucking thing on the wall. What's it called, Jason?
The
Fresno?
The Fresno.
The Fresno?
Fresno. I'm pretty sure it's a Fresno.
I hate Fresno, Arizona.
I hate it so much.
I hate that damn thing on the wall. I always thought it was an eyesore. Art belongs on the floor.
Art belongs in a place where you can sit.
That's fine. I didn't make it. I didn't make it. And I know who I am. This is my name.
Yay!
What is your name?
Wow, nice.
What is your name?
Say it out loud for the people in the podcast.
Wait, what did you say?
Archibald Kaiser.
Ooh. Kaiser, huh?
Who would like to go next?
It's no Vincent Van Bones.
Okay.
I don't know how that has anything to do
Me!
with bones.
Roll a dice.
Oh, jeez. Someone roll a die for me.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you.
Shit. I got a 6.
Yay! Give me.
3. You entry. Well, I mean, 6 would be 3. Passage 3 is yours on the first one, and then you can choose time passes after.
Passage 3. Oh God, my eyes are so bad. Oh dear. Giant tomb spiders.
Oh.
Finally, something that I stand like there's gonna be a challenge.
Intelligent and graceful, they're stubborn, clever, and hard to dislodge. Do you destroy them? Do you reach an understanding? How? Everyone can answer one question if they wish. Giant spiders. They're intelligent and graceful. Stubborn, clever, hard to dislodge. So I think what happened after this, 10 years that we've been in this place, the roof, the ceiling, because I assume we're underground, the ceiling has started to kind of crack. And I think in one corner, probably opposite the weird rat corner, the ceiling has given way enough that at first it was just a couple of small spiders that came out. And then all of a sudden there's like a handful of these just basketball-sized spiders that just crawl out of the corner and start like making a home in the corner of, not exactly like attacking us, but they're just making this their home now. They're very apparent.
As long as they make a home on that Fresno on the wall, I think we're okay.
I will destroy them! I'm gonna just charge at them and try to kill them. Get into an epic fight with them. They tear off pieces of me, but I just put them back on. Shove rats down their throats and try to cut their legs off.
Tattered Cloak is sitting cross-legged and like petting one, and like another one's on his shoulder.
One starts mopping the floor near me with me.
I'm going to put on the now decomposed skull that we had. I'm going to put it on like a helmet and then charge in with the mace and start flailing.
Is there anything separating his pile of bones from our pile of bones? Like, is there any reason he's not another character now?
There's certain
He's
magic
not animated.
Yeah, there's certain
Okay.
magic that causes us to act.
Okay, just checking, making sure it's not like every bone that enters his place.
Yeah, I want to keep this one. I want to keep this one.
I would like to also keep my friend the spider here.
As long as they know their place!
I will name him.
I think that they're intelligent. I think they have names.
They are intelligent, yeah.
What's your name,
Well,
bud?
regardless, I will name him McRib. I
look
see
to-
a theme here. You
I'll look
guys
to-
aren't artists like me.
I'll look to my giant spider. Do you want a jokey skeleton name too, or are you like good with what you got?
It blinks at you with all 8 eyes and then starts chittering at you in a language you don't understand.
Yeah, I like that too.
I hear you say joke, and I just kind of like recoil back to my bed and sadly go to bed. Joke! I had a deep character moment there.
Oh no.
I do like that my
Can I
name
be
is
a cool spider.
until I figure out what the rest of it is.
How terrible.
Yeah. So what happens to the spider?
I guess technically we destroyed
spiders-
some and understood with others.
Technically, I think that they just are still here. I mean, I think a lot of them got smushed. A handful of them, like McRibs and the other one, are still here. And I think that there's still a spider presence in this place. But I think there's an understanding of, you stay in that corner, we won't smash you. Except for the chosen few.
The good thing spiders don't drink blood.
Right.
Oh no.
The good thing we don't have blood.
What about them giant 6 vats of blood? I mean, we'll
Okay.
be fine.
What even are those?
I choose from the glory phaser gods left. Next, and then we choose a time passing.
Correct.
The magic compelling one of the skeletons to service, but not its undead energy, is beginning to fade. I think because they started learning their true name, the service industry is no longer appealing to the horror. It's starting to regain some of its independence.
Oh.
It's scary. Also, a month is passing. Which is- Yeah, just one whole month.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a beer.
You got 20
Nope.
seconds to
It's a
run
short,
and
this
grab.
is a short one.
It's a short one. It's 20
It will
seconds,
take-
bro.
It will only take 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be 20
See you on
seconds.
the other side.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Arise and protect the two skeleton guardians.
I have a
Especially
little
you!
bluster in my voice because I'm starting to figure myself out a bit more. Alright. Rise and protect.
Jason, roll a d6.
Oh wait, but wait.
Oh yes, answers. Sorry, questions first.
Oh yes.
Questions first.
Did I make it?
I
Yes.
remember what I'm called.
What is it?
Yes.
Shehan.
Ooh, I like that.
It doesn't even
I
sound
don't know what it
anything
means,
like bones.
Just over time, you just find me like I woke up first and maybe a year ago or how long it went by? Just a month?
Just a month.
Maybe
Yeah.
I woke up a week ago or something, and all I've been doing is staring at my nameplate until finally, when you all wake up, I'm just hovering over it, like on my little, looking down at my thing, and I just go, Shehan.
I remembered my name too.
Better
Whoops.
be bonely. You guys
No.
are all letting me down.
We only have one joke character. It's you.
No. So, and this is actually a suggestion from the actual playlist. My name is with 2 U's.
Mine's from the memories too.
Sweet. Oh, that's nice.
It's the names of people and things that the horror may recall from sunny days before.
Hi, Mom.
I remember something as well.
Is it your name?
Well,
Did-
I already remembered my name. It's real. It's my real name. I didn't just make it up to fit in with you guys. In what way is my immortal curse also an awful blessing? Well, I'm here to maintain my finest piece of work for all of eternity.
Not his work is never done.
I keep cleaning it. Every time you guys wake up, the floor is always immaculate. All the spiders and the rat corpses are pushed off to they're still there, but they're pushed off the mosaic on the floor. At least everything's scrubbed. When people come in, they don't realize it's a tomb sometimes until they look at the walls.
Until they look at that fucking fresco!
And it ruins everything. Such an eyesore.
And I remembered my by name. Of the Smiter.
The Smiter.
Ooh.
Crush everybody's skulls in with my mace.
That's smitey
You're like-
ironic.
So you're kind of like a Dracula figure where like you are feared and renowned for being like this conqueror kind of dude. Like the real one, not like, or what's his name?
Like
Vlad.
Vlad.
Yeah, Vlad the
Impaler?
Impaler. Yeah, not Dracula.
Mine was the what connection do you have to what we just encountered? Those we've killed or driven away, what memory did they evoke? I think I had a spider farm and I collected their webs. I made beautiful things.
I collected
Did you
their
make-
babies.
I collected their babies and
Fresnos
made
with their silk.
I made spider bombs. No, I harvested their web. It was nice.
Maybe we
So
did
it was a
business
pleasant- it
at
was a
some
pleasant
point.
time.
Maybe I bought some of your spider webs.
Yeah.
I don't
A
know.
wholesome time in my life. Jason, I will send you what did you roll?
3.
These candles, absolutely drying out my contacts.
Do not have a candle lit. I can't breathe. with a
You're a
candle lit too.
failure.
I just gotta get rid of these ding dang eyes.
Yeah.
Pull them out of my head.
Can I announce the title of this chapter?
Yeah,
too?
yeah, you should. Oh yeah, we moved to a new chapter.
Chapter 3, The Desecration.
Uh-oh.
My turn.
And we have some intruders.
Uh-oh.
a necromancer and some mercenaries.
Ah,
I just
shit.
want to remind
Well-
you before you go any further. The boy that left before 10 years ago is now a man.
Here you go.
I'm just putting it out
Hey.
there.
So, the necromancer and the mercenaries. Describe them, illustrating how much more interested the necromancer is in you than any of the treasures. Surely this person will use their knowledge to control you all. Will they succeed? Everyone answers none, one, or two questions as they prefer.
None, one, or two.
And then Jason, you will choose one on Glory Fades and on one God's Laugh, so you will do
Ooh,
two.
So 2 questions.
One
Holy
on
crap.
both. Okay.
None, one, or two questions.
What question?
Will they succeed?
I'm going to.
I think it just means you can like narrate what
One,
you do.
yeah,
basically.
well, yeah.
I'm going to assume the necromancer wants to bring me out to relive my glory days of crushing skulls.
I am going to attack the mercenaries he brought with. Like, I'm sure they went in first to kind of try and clear the tomb of any hostiles that would go against him. I want to say at least one of the mercenaries is the boy from before. Maybe he
I was
led
thinking
the
the
necromancer.
necromancer was.
I was hoping the necromancer wanted to revive his dead dad, but that's just me. And he likes Jason because Jason's wearing the skull of his dead dad. I'm just
Oh,
throwing
shit.
it out there.
You
I
wouldn't
think
be
we
able
should
to
go
know
with
that.
This is
No,
my
he's
dad's
He's a
skull.
From 10
necromancer.
years ago.
He knows.
But yeah, I would probably try to attack the mercenaries, but I'm not as vicious as I used to be because I'm kind of taming over the years. So like I fend them off, but I don't manage to kill any of them. But they kind of like I'm distracting a good chunk of them. Like,
I think is shouting at you, being like, "No, kill that one!" and pointing at the necromancer child, who is definitely the child of the man that I told you to kill 10 plus years ago.
I want to say one of the mercenaries gets his muddy fucking feet all over my mosaic, my beautiful mosaic. And at one point, I stab him in the ankle, and he falls onto the altar. And I stab him again on the
Yes.
altar, and he's bleeding.
oh no.
Why
Never
would that
track
know?
mud. Take your shoes off as you enter the tomb.
Out of here.
Tattered Cloak is fighting the mercenaries as well. He's got his sword, and he's got his little. He's able to now pronounce the spider's name perfectly, who's like perched on his shoulder, and they are fighting the mercenaries together. Well, not really together. I'm just fencing with them, and he's like my new companion. Come, fight! We fence, and we fence.
Really quick, I also want to say McRibs is dead.
Less than a month.
It's a month later.
He couldn't find anything to eat on the floor. It was all on the ceiling. He's already dead.
What happens? Do they succeed?
What happens, Jason?
Yeah, Jason.
So I'm going to go with because this concludes with the glory fades or God's laughs, right?
You narrate what happens and then you choose one on each. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say we scare them off. They realize that we are more powerful than they expected. They underestimated us. However, on the way out, they managed to. It must have been the one that was the boy. Takes the head I would wear around and takes it with him. So that's gone missing
Kinky.
permanently.
What about the one I stabbed on the altar?
Oh, I hope he's
Or are
dead.
we waiting for this?
100% dead.
So the gods laugh, and by doing so, you actually destroyed the mosaic.
What? Forever? Like,
Yeah.
how?
Destroyed.
Just
Oh,
If it's covered in blood, you can no longer see the mosaic.
Oh no.
true.
Oh no.
Yeah, it like stains it.
yeah.
Then you
also
gotta
draw
pick
that
another one
friggin-
too, right?
That's his God's Laugh. Now you pick a Glory Fades too, Jason.
No, the Glory Fades was they took my.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That
gotcha.
was the,
Okay.
so my skull is gone and the mosaic is ruined.
Why? Why?
No.
How could the humans have done this?
And then choose a time passes, Jason.
We will say it's been a millennium.
Yes.
Okay, so instead of doing the full 4 minutes, we will do like a minute and like 10.
Okay,
Perfect.
everybody. Close your eyes and don't look at my screen.
Mute yourself,
My
you
sins,
goddamn
alright.
heathen.
3, 2, 1, sleep. Arise,
Rise and protect
Arise
the
and
tomb,
protect
skeletal
the guardians.
guardians.
Arise!
So
You're a
Jason,
late sleeper.
since you chose a millennium, right?
A millennium, yeah.
Yes, a millennium. So you also choose. It is in the general chat. You also choose from either the World's Crumble or Time Devours table.
Oh.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Oh, on each. Sorry, you get to choose on each. You choose one from each because
Oh,
time
one.
passed.
One from each. Wow. I get
Yep.
all the decisions.
You get all the decisions.
Nice.
I have something sad.
Okay.
I'm going to say. Oh, for the world's crumble, a wall comes down, blocking part of the tomb. I'm going to say, in this time, the wall collapsed and it's blocked the entrance of the necromancer and the mercenaries came through.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm.
And for time devours, in that time though, another crack has developed into a side wall, creating another opening though for other things.
Okay, and you denote both those on the map.
Oh,
Yikes.
The one that closed and the one that opened.
We
we don't even.
we now answer a question, right?
Yes.
So I want to say, who or what brought you into the who here among the skeletons once treated you with kindness? I want to say, remembering my name and having such a long time to dream about it. I had a dream while I was sleeping about a time before I was a horror, and I remembered being human once, and like I think maybe me and were best friends in real life, and we understood what needed to be done in order to protect our society or something like that. So I decided I should become like the thing that guards the tomb, because I was dying of something, and it was the only way that I could like do my duty to our culture, but also live in a way. So like I kind of decided, like me and you were, everybody kind of thought you were a joke, but me and you were best friends, and I knew that what you were doing was a big thing for us. So I had self-sacrificed myself and decided to volunteer to become the thing that guards the tomb, and you did the experience on me and locked me away in a thing.
Oh. Well, I'm sad.
My question is, who is the reluctant object of your unwavering devotion? And I think, is the new crack in the ground? Are we cracking the ground?
No,
Sorry,
I
I'm
mean,
looking at your
it was
picture.
gonna be the wall. I mean, it could be the ground.
That might be cool.
McRibs. Drawing update for McRibs. I didn't see that.
The reluctant object of my unwavering devotion. I think it's kind of two things, really. I think it's Sahan, aka the horror, because even though like I turned you into this monstrous thing, I still care about you. Well, now that I remember who you are, who I am.
Do you though?
now I, well, to an extent. But I think also these entombed individuals, because I think I put them in there. It was me.
Oh.
I don't remember why, but there's an importance there.
I like
like,
that we're
fierce and-
vaguely implying that maybe this isn't such a fantastical world. Like there's elements here that seem weirdly sci-fi and horrific. Like, oh, there's people in glass chambers we all kind of assumed were vampires, but what if they weren't? And I was also in some weird thing. Like, what if this is like 1 billion years in the future, actually?
I did not assume that they were vampires.
I didn't assume they were vampires either.
In blood tubes. I just kind of
It's not blood, it's just red.
It's just red. I didn't say they were. I didn't use sanguine as a descriptor, but that's fine. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be blood, though.
Correct. I didn't say they were in blood.
Since go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You got it.
Oh, okay. Since my mosaic is destroyed, I've been depressedly laying on the remains of what the mosaic is, looking at the fresco, and I realized that I loved the woman who made that fresco. Her name was Skelly Clarkson. And we were lovers. And we made this tomb together. We made it beautiful for our friend. That one of the people in the vats is our friend. So this was our way of immortalizing them. But then we got trapped in the tomb, turned into. Well, I got trapped in the tomb, turned into. But yes, Skelly Clarkson. I've always hated that fresco, though. I still hate it. But I loved her.
Mine is going to be, what by name did you earn in life that describes your greatest accomplishment? This is a name I earned in life, but I did not hear in life. I don't remember my name, but my title, where my by name was The Final Sacrifice.
Look at that.
Well.
Well.
I'm going to do what thing in this place did I lovingly craft with my own hands? I'm going to say I made a nice hammock.
The mosaic.
No, I'm going to make a nice hammock
Fresco.
out of the rat tails and spider webbing.
It was
how you can relax these old bones.
And I have to draw that on the map.
Yeah, you do. Get it.
Okay. Everyone answer their questions?
Yep.
All right, I got an army of plunderers. Dozens of bandits with shovels, picks, and axes. Describe them, illustrating how they barely work together, obsessed with greed. I'm going to say this, this is just a mismatched group. They look like a mix of, like, miners and, like, lumberjacks, and it doesn't really look like maybe there's a couple of bandits in there, but a lot of them are just, like, it doesn't look like a cohesive unit at all. What catches their chief's eye? Did they bring magic or science to aid them? Will they overwhelm you, laughing with delight? They won't. Did they bring magic or science to aid them? I'm going to say a couple of them have, like, strange metallic pistols that we did not encounter in our lifetimes.
I want to say I have a new fervor, now that I know what I am and I know why I've been made.
Do we answer this, Ty?
Yeah, we all answer together what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of assume.
Okay.
But I definitely, like, I'm just like, if I'm a weapon, then I'll be a weapon! And I'll, like, kind of, like, charge them and, like, take them out. Their bullets chip away parts of my bones, but they don't kill me because I am a skeleton. I want to say I have a big, like, they shoot part of my bird skull, and, like, part of it just kind of blows away, but doesn't kill me. But, like, where my brain would go is showing.
I am depressedly laying on my remains of my mosaic, and they don't even realize I'm an animated skeleton. But one trips over me and falls into the hole.
Amazing.
All I can think about is Skelly Clarkson.
Seeing Sahan get, like, a little bit binged up. I think charges forward and headbutts one of them also into the hole.
Yes, keep adding to the hole.
Yes.
The hole.
I will lead my small battalion of spiders that I have been raised over the years. And
Our great ancestors.
Yes, the ancestors of my original spider. And I will fight alongside them as we take out a bandit or two.
I'm gonna lazily roll out of my hammock and pick up the mace and just gotta start walking over to the rest and be like, just mace over the shoulder, like, once again, here we go. And just
Time to go bashing again.
Okay. And with that, we either I think we kill the majority of them, even with like not in a bloodlust state of mind. We still manage to destroy these guys. They're not a well cohesive unit. Okay, choose once on the gods laugh and glory fades. I'm gonna choose for glory fades.
They forgot the old magic.
Science is their new magic.
Let me just look at the gods laugh first. See if I can.
I want to say I'm like mostly a red skeleton by this point because of how many things I've killed. Like it's just kind of stained my bones.
I'm gonna go close with that. For my god's laugh, I'm gonna say a skeleton's appearance is altered in some way. Perhaps they are marked by fire or magic. I'm gonna say like the blood has, and with like the gunpowder, your like bones are now like stained like black and red and like dyed into the actual bones themselves.
Terrifying.
I look terrifying.
Absolutely. Awful.
And then for glory fades, I'm going to say, all right, I'm gonna go with the place where a skeleton stands watch is covered in debris and impassable. I am going to say, gosh, we have a lot of, this is a fucking mess. I'm going to say, wherever, like, this chunk where the rat carcasses and, like, the northwest corner is now, like, also barred up. So we can still fall in the hole, but the rats in the northern part of the fresco were gone.
No! My collection!
Yeah, you no longer have access to your collection of rats.
No! I need those!
Rats.
I gotta build Shahan a new body!
Scientists probably could have carbon dated this tomb with the bodies of those rats over the years.
And then I will choose once on each. No. Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah, that was it. Time passes. I am going to choose centuries, not a millennium like Jason, but centuries. So we're gonna do it for a minute.
Woo!
Okay, here I go.
Want to do this again, but I do want to do it for like the full like meditating for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
meditating's great.
Holy shit!
But I know people have time constraints tonight.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right.
And protect our tools. Tom isn't even here.
Tom, you son of a bitch.
Oh no, he's dust.
Canon. It's canon. If there's an opportunity to kill a skeleton, it's Vincent Van Bones.
Yep. Answer what should be your last questions, I believe.
Wait, what?
And we got to answer our questions.
Oh, yes.
And I will do the world's problem.
What trophies have you collected from the Intruders? Choose from among those already introduced if you are able. Well, it can't be the rat carcasses anymore. Because they're gone. No, I think the villagers that came in here, I think that Alm is able to grab a handful of those guns.
Nice.
A couple of those guns. And has maybe woke up a little bit earlier than everyone else and has been like, one of them is completely assembled still. The others are like in on the altar, you know, next to this absolute dust of a skeletal figure that was stabbed here, and we definitely didn't move. Is just like piles of parts that are all the same parts, all put in like different piles, and just categorizing and cataloging, try to figure this thing out.
My last question is, whom did I once love? And it was Skelly Clarkson.
Oh my god.
That's why you wanted to protect the Fresno so much.
Here's the thing. What by name did I earn in life that describes my greatest accomplishment? I was a fresco painter.
I I'm Skelly
And I
Clarkson.
loved the person who made this mosaic so much that I wanted to maintain it forever, but I've hated my own work. Big old flipperoo. I am Skelly Clarkson.
Both.
I remembered my name is Guinness. I'm using the names that is given. I like that one.
My final question is, who or what brought you into the world? And I'm made out of multiple things, and I've been remembering those things past as time goes on. Like, I remembered that I was part of a family of rats. Part of me was a family of rats. I remembered my human body at one point as Shehan. But the thing that I remembered, who or what brought you into this world, is my skull is the skull of was convinced that it was the only way that this would work, and I was the first one that made. But it was a risky thing, and everybody in the town wanted to be punished for doing this, because what my skull is the skull of a demon. It like this horrifying thing that we found somewhere that should have never been uncovered under the ocean and stuff like that. And it's this terrifying like thing, and the way when I remember it, it changes me completely. Like, when you all wake up, I'm just kind of sitting perched silently. Now I'm red and black. All of my jewelry is like tattered and destroyed and stuff like that. I did not sleep for the past century. I just stood and watched as I don't say anything when I wake up this time. I just kind of look. Every time I remember a part of me, I become that thing for a little while. And now I'm
How
the thing that shouldn't have been
terrible.
ever awakened.
Yikes. Now you are the death that I have weaved.
Now I am the horror.
How awful.
Did everyone answer? Okay. Wait. Time devours and worlds crumble. My time devours is going to be: the webs of the tomb spiders form an intricate filigree over the walls and the ceiling. Note this on the map. My horde of spiders have decorated our beautiful, beautiful tomb in dozens of webs, and it's just fucking gorgeous. And we all love it. We all dig it. Me the most.
Me and Archibald rekindle our love and dance under the ballroom lights of the.
We love
but
my
there's
spider webs.
There's spider webs everywhere. And even though the horror may have been awake, there may have been a trance state, because the worlds crumble. A tomb robber is successful. What object did they steal? It's the fresco. The fresco.
The whole ding dang fresco is gone.
No.
I still hated it, for the record.
No, it's not that I was in a trance. I just didn't deem it important enough. They didn't go near my charge, which is the sanguine
Tubes.
disciples.
Yeah.
So it's more like this intimidating presence. They thought maybe I was just a statue,
You're
but
just a
because
statue,
they didn't
yeah.
activate me, they didn't die for it.
A ding dang fresco.
Your ding dang
Oh,
fresco
so
is gone now.
So we have one final one before we finish it. Who wants to take us home? Or you guys can roll it off, do a roll off if you want to. If people wanna
I'll take it home.
Do a roll off.
I want to
roll off. Everyone roll off.
Roll off.
Hey.
I
Higher or
was just gonna
lower?
give it to Ty,
Higher.
actually, but
I just went. I don't want to go again.
oh, you did just go. I got a 3.
I got a 1.
Got a 5.
Someone
Probably
roll for
not
me.
me.
Someone roll for me.
Okay, I'll roll for you.
Roll
too.
20.
I got a 6 for
I-
you, though, Maria.
listen, I'm
I
doing
I
tech.
also got a 6 for
All right,
Maria,
it's
so
Maria.
Maria goes.
It's me.
Maria.
It's me. I did close Discord. No, it's not. I got it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
And this is the last thing. It is you don't have to roll for what number it is, because there's only one left, and it is number 2.
It's the second one up here?
Yes, and we can narrate what happens, but this will end us.
Okay. Oh. Oh no. All right. They follow an ancient treasure map penned by your own children. Describe how you see yourself in them. Who among you will be the first to strike them down? Can you even bear it? Everyone answers none, 1 or 2 questions as they prefer.
Did you read the first title of what this is?
Some of your descendants.
Oh, so we actually find our descendants?
They find us. We don't go.
They
in.
find
find
us.
us, yeah.
Too.
Oh,
I actually had the choice to say our descendants came in as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I went with the necromancer.
Yeah.
I wait, I just realized I'm still the crawler, so I was not
You are.
dancing with you under the ballroom.
you were, but in your own
weird.
special
Well, it's
way.
like, you see those things, the competitions where like the humans dance with dogs. It was kind of like that. You went up on your hind legs for a second, and, like held your
you know
hands.
those competitions.
I'm dancing with the pets.
I see our descendants come in and I hug Skelly close.
Yeah, we lead them
Yeah,
to
so-
the glass tubes.
Yeah, so I think that there's a decent amount of people that find their way here. They're dressed very strangely. And most of them have like these strange tablets that are filled with light, and yet one of them still has like good old fashioned paper map. You can describe how you see yourself in them. Or if anyone wants to strike them down, can you bear it? Anything like that.
One is crawling on all fours. No, I'm joking.
One of them is quadrupedal. Let's go. We know which one it is.
I want to say for me, because I'm now fully the thing that never should have awakened. You see, my descendants go up to the sanguine disciples and they're like petting the things, and then like really quickly, and then like about to strike, but then there's like a hesitancy, and I see my disciples, and I realize that like this is the end of my charge. So I just kind of freeze in this attack pose, and they like kind of cower a little bit. But as I freeze, like if I could smile, I would. But then I just kind of dissolve into black dust.
Amazing.
My charge is done. My purpose is complete.
Yeah, now your watch is ended.
I'm going to go to one of my descendants and just kneel before them and hand them my holy symbol that has been with me for eons of time, apparently, and pass on this legacy where they can take it and use its power.
One of my descendants is holding a wrapped up fresco in their hand, and they put it back up on the wall. And as I see it, I up from all fours, I go, yeah. And I'm kneeling and bowing towards it, and I turn to dust as I hit the ground.
Yeah, I'll see one of my descendants and take them. Like, I think there is some like hesitance at first due to appearance, but I take them by the hand and take them to the Klond, my lost love, who is one of the disciples, and kind of take my skeleton hand and put their hand on it and kind of nod, and I take off one of my pieces of tattered robe and kind of tie it around their arm and just kind of give my skeletal smile at them, nod. Take care of the spiders, and then I'm just gone.
The spider, they're important to the front.
I think finds their descendant where they should be, at the altar, looking over all this strangeness. And as quickly as they possibly can, because they can feel something strange happening, they tell them everything they need to know about who these things are in the tubes as they can remember them, why they did what they did. And I think, like, as they're talking as quickly as they can, but, like, parts of them are starting to dissolve and, like, fall to the ground. I think the last thing that they say is, "Do not let them wake up," and then they collapse, and like the headpiece and the necklace just kind of fall onto this pile of dust.
That's so much better than I thought.
We weren't protecting them. We were stopping them from getting off.
What?
Oh.
No, seriously,
But then I get to
you
choose
fucked me up with that plot twist.
Yeah, that's
Hey! And then I pick from the glory phase and the God's Laugh tables.
You don't, because we're done.
I don't. We
Yeah,
finished.
That was the end. That's the end of our first game of the skeletons. Good job, skeletons.
Fuck him, yeah.
Yay!
Good job, skeleton.
You did it!
Go
I
around to your
like my arc.
favorite moments and where we can find you.
I
Let's
don't-
start with
I don't know
Skelly
if I
Clarkson, the
get your-
fresco painter.
Kelly Clark. It was nuanced.
It was good.
I thought I was the mosaic maker, but I was the fresco
The
painter.
whole
the
time.
Actually, okay,
time.
before we do that, Tom, one of the choices was you can change one of the skeleton's memories. Mine was going to be that you didn't paint the mosaic, you did the fresco instead.
Yes!
And you did that instead. I'm like, I don't know if I want to
Same
change it
change.
for him, but
That's
you did.
perfect.
change it
I'm glad
back.
you did it anyway. Yeah,
No, you were
no,
fucking
no, wait, I
clear.
remember now.
Actually,
yeah,
you were
Tom,
a
go ahead.
mason and you made the whole thing.
Yes. Well, I liked my little arc that came out of nowhere. There was only 2 pieces of art in the room. My name is Tom. You can find me as T.A. Bruno, author, on pretty much all the social medias. And are we doing favorite moments and
Yeah.
stuff? Let's see. I liked a lot of this. This was really fun. I like the idea that Jason's character was known for smashing skulls regardless of his own skulllessness. That was pretty fun. And just all the shenanigans involving the mosaic. That was so important to me. Everybody fucked with my dreams. And with that, I will pass it to Jason.
Thanks, Jason. You can be found as Cuddler on pretty much all the medias. And my favorite moment was my true love, Skelly Clarkson's great arc throughout the course of the evening.
Yes, we were lovers.
Well, skeleton lovers.
But it was also an affair because I also loved the mosaic.
And we'll go with Dave.
Yeah, okay. We'll have somebody else call it. It's not Mythos Con anymore. I don't have to close
Yeah, I
it
can
out.
finish. I can finish it off.
I'm Dave. I played as the horror. My favorite part was I liked the horror's idea that every time I remembered a different piece of me, it changed who I was. But I want to say my absolute favorite part was seriously that last little don't let them wake up. It sucks that one of them did, though.
One of them for sure
Yeah,
did.
right in the beginning.
Listen,
Seriously,
you
that
were
was
the
like-
first to wake up. You weren't the last, though.
That was an awesome plot twist and stuff.
Thanks.
As far as stuff that I'm doing, you find me at Mystery Mythos on Twitter. You can find us at the Mythos Mystery Society anywhere you could get your podcasts and on YouTube. And then as far as the next thing that's going on for us, I believe November 12th, we're going to try and wrap up Seventh Circle. So
Let's go.
that's probably what's happening next because that's in like 2 weeks. So
Let's go.
but yes,
that's actually
me.
next week. It's
It
next
is-
week.
Yeah, it is.
It is next Friday.
And I will toss it over to Maria.
Hello, it's me. Hi, I'm Maria. I can be found on the internet at Happy Capster. I stream Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on my own channel, as well as here on Mythos Mystery Society, such as on the aforementioned November 12th with Fear itself. I'm also on Dice Priori. We are finishing up our Monster of the Week campaign run by Ty very soon. Please check it out. It's very good and also kind of scary. And also very sad. Other things I'm doing, I'm part of a charity stream this weekend on D&D Jordan Lee's channel. I'm going to be playing video games and running production and all sorts of things over there. It's really, really cool, really good. I did the overlays over there. I also did these ones, so please pay me money and I'll make you pretty fancy things. Info on my Twitter. My favorite moment was Dave's skeleton turning into a demon. Like, that was really scary and wonderful. It was very, very, very good. But then also Ty making a spider friend. Learning the spider language and then having your descendants paint the walls with their butt webs.
You're beautiful.
I see you didn't mention McRibs at all, though.
You killed him after it was a month.
McRibs came and died.
It was
Like,
only
what
a
are you
month.
supposed to? What am I supposed to do with that?
We barely knew you, McRibs.
I'm Ty. Find me at Bow Umbrella on Twitter. I am here. I am on Dice Prayer on Tuesdays, and that's pretty much it. I don't know where I'll be here next. There's a couple things we've talked about running. I'd like to do Sleep More, Sleep Away at one point, so that was great. My favorite moment, it was a very cool game, and I like these kind of games. I like GMless games a lot. Something that I like I like Maria's twist. I like the arc of Skelly Clarkson. My favorite moment overall. I think my favorite moment overall was just that we ended with the Descendants, because it was kind of like, it wasn't we died in a glorious battle against like the Necromancer. It was like, oh, our Descendants game and we just kind of stopped. Like I think that was
gave it to them.
Yeah.
Passed the charge on.
It was
They're
a
gonna be
very-
the next Bones.
Yeah, it was a very different kind of ending. Like as if we did it in a different order, things would have been completely different.
Yeah.
If like we had done our Descendants first in the Grave Robbers last, or the other thing last, it would have been a totally different story, which I like. And this book's really cool too, because you can obviously pick a different playbook next time, but there are 3 different like modules. So you can do the module we did again and pick different choices or different orders, or there's 2 completely different modules where all the acts are completely different.
Oh,
that's cool.
There's some variety in this game too.
Nice.
That's it for me. So with that, that is, yeah, go ahead.
We are the Mythos Mystery Society, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies. No bones about it.
I hate it here. Please put me in a tomb. I want to go, please.
It's a
Good
lot of
night.
smoke right in my face. Oh my God.
Good night, everybody.